We're back, chat. Welcome back to J-Stock Media, and today we're diving into everything that went down with the Boston Red Sox yesterday. The stove is officially on. The front office made a whole batch of roster moves, and the rumor mill is absolutely cooking. We're breaking down the moves, the chaos, and the huge names Boston is being linked to, so let's jump right into it. First, the Sox added 3 pitchers to the 40-man roster: Shane Drohan, David Sandlin, and Tyler Uberstein. All 3 were Rule 5 eligible, and Boston protected them. This is about pitching depth, future bullpen options, and long-term upside. Next, we say goodbye to a fan favorite. Brennan Baldhead Bernie Bernardino was traded to the Rockies for outfielder Braden Ward. Bernie came in as a waiver claim and turned into one of the most reliable lefties in the bullpen. Soft contact, calm presence, big outs. Sox fans loved him for that stone-cold, shaved-head energy. This move wasn't about performance. It was 40-man roster math. Respect to Baldhead Bernie for 2 strong seasons in Boston. Then Boston moved Chris Murphy to the White Sox in exchange for catching prospect Ronnie Hernandez. The Sox needed organizational catching depth, and Hernandez fills that hole. Next, Josh Winkowski was designated for assignment, and let's be honest, Josh Winkowski was not good. Children across New England are now growing up safe from watching him drop dog poop performances every night. Neighborhood morale is up, life expectancy is up, the vibes are immaculate. This was public service. Boston also acquired infielder Tristan Gray from the Rays in exchange for Luis Guerrero. Gray brings lefty pop and defensive versatility as a spring training depth option. To make room, the Sox designated Nathaniel Lowe, or as we respectfully call him, Tubby McButterpants. Thank you for your service, Tubby. You saved 10 years of my life by preventing me from watching Abe Toro take meaningful at-bats in September. A true hero of Red Sox Nation. The Sox then traded pitcher Alex Hopp to the Mariners for catching prospect Luke Heyman. And the best part, Luke Heyman is a lifelong Red Sox fan. He literally grew up rooting for the Sox. And he's boys with Roman. Now he's in the system with real upside, strong arm, good bat, clean mechanics. Boston also DFA'd Taylor Saucedo to clear the spot. These moves weren't random. Boston was cleaning the roster edges to set the chessboard for bigger off-season swings. Before we hit the rumors, a quick announcement. I'm officially partnering with Boston Sports Entertainment Network and J-Stock Media, but nothing about me changes. My voice, my content, my style, it's all still me. I joined because I want help growing. More reach, more connections, more tools. I'm still calling the shots, and this partnership just amplifies what I'm doing. Alright, let's talk rumors. Pete Alonso is the #1 priority, 40 homer power. Middle of the order anchor, post Devers identity piece. If the Red Sox land the polar bear, everything changes. He is the main target, and here's what makes this even bigger. Everyone has the Red Sox in the mix for Alonso. Every insider, every rumor roundup, every national report, they all say the same thing. Boston is right there. The interest is real, the fit is perfect, and the Sox have the money and the motivation to go after him. And Boston needs power. There's no way around it. Losing Devers removed a huge chunk of the middle order slugging, and the lineup needs a new force. Alonso fixes that instantly. He steps in and gives the Red Sox the exact kind of muscle, presence, and intimidation they're missing. When this many people connect the same dots, and when the fit is this clean, you know something is cooking. Alex Bregman deserves his own lane in these rumors. He's not behind Alonso. He's not a fallback. He is a major move all by himself, a player who instantly raises the floor and raises the ceiling of the entire roster. Breggy brings something this team lost when Devers was traded, a certified star with championship DNA. He's been in October wars. He's played under pressure. He's delivered in huge moments. He knows how to carry a lineup and how to carry a clubhouse. He's the kind of player you can drop into a young team and watch the whole culture shift overnight. And we already saw it this summer. Bregman took the kids under his wing. He was teaching, leading, setting the tone, and showing the young guys how a real professional goes about winning every day. You could feel the difference the second he stepped on the field. The team played looser, smarter, and more confident with Breggy in the clubhouse. He brings professional at-bats, elite plate discipline, gap power, high baseball IQ, and a competitive edge that this roster desperately needs. With a young infield forming around Cello and Story, adding a veteran star like Bregman anchors the entire group. And if Breggy doesn't return, that's when Bichette becomes the next guy, the follow-up option who fills the hole Bregman would leave. But make no mistake, Breggy is not behind anyone. He's his own lane, his own priority, and his own massive swing for the Red Sox. If Breggy doesn't return, Bichette becomes the guy. Not ahead of Alonso, not ahead of Bregman, but the perfect pivot. Bo gives the Sox a real shortstop, a .300 hitter, gap power designed for Fenway, and prime age athleticism. He immediately becomes the middle infield anchor. And with Devers gone, the infield becomes beautifully structured. Third base, Cello, Marcelo Mayer. He is the new franchise kid with elite instincts and a cannon for an arm. He fits perfectly at third base. Shortstop, Bichette, your new tone setter, your everyday rock, your top-of-the-order bat. Second base, Trevor Story, Gold Glove level defense, elite range, a cannon arm. This is Story's best position, and it pulls the entire infield together. Young, athletic, balanced, defensive, prime age, and it finally makes sense. Bichette is the guy after Breggy. The perfect fit if Boston needs a new infield anchor. If Alonso signs, Schwarber isn't needed. But if Alonso does not sign, Kyle Schwarber becomes the guy, the 2021 legend. Kyle from Waltham, one of the biggest vibe boosters Fenway has ever seen. Full-time designated hitter Schwarber means moonshots, on-base percentage, and playoff experience. If no Alonso, bring the legend home. The Red Sox didn't just show interest now. They tried to get Joe Ryan at the trade deadline. I was 99.9% sure it was happening. I was literally at Epcot when the madness broke, refreshing my phone like a lunatic. Then 6 o'clock hits. I'm on test track going 60 miles an hour, wind blasting my face, screaming internally, Joe Ryan is about to be a Red Sox. The ride photo probably caught me mid-shock. I get off the ride, refresh Twitter, no trade. Instant Disney-themed depression. Boston has been circling Joe Ryan for months. And now the real question is this: can the Red Sox and Twins get back on the table and finally finish the deal? Because after how close it got at the deadline, it feels like there's real unfinished business here. Boston wants Joe Ryan. The Twins know Boston wants Joe Ryan. And with the stove officially lit, don't be surprised if these two teams circle back and try to get something done. Sometimes the trade that almost happened is the one that finally happens later. Then there's Tarik Skubal, the dream arm. One of the best left-handed starters in baseball. Ace-level stuff, strikeouts, command, pure dominance, and yes, the Red Sox have been linked to him. It's not smoke for no reason. Skubal makes perfect sense for what Boston needs. If Detroit even cracks the door open, Boston is going to be right there. And just like with Joe Ryan, the Sox have the prospect capital to make an offer that gets taken seriously. Another part of all this, the Red Sox said they're willing to trade either Wilyer or Duran to fix the outfield logjam. Both guys have real value, both are young, and both could headline a legitimate trade package. If the Sox want pitching, whether it's Joe Ryan or Tarik Skubal, Duran or Wilyer could be the exact piece that unlocks the deal. Boston has the assets. Boston has the motivation. That's the full breakdown. Every move from yesterday, every rumor, every roster shakeup, and every wild storyline. Drop a comment. Who do you want the Red Sox to land next? Hit that like button because Boston is officially cooking.